So Jason's been with us for probably 2.5 years, and started in the tap room and transitioned over. So
Very
he's
cool.
keeping everything in line. Cellaring is so important.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, your mama's home. Go talk to her. See what she. I think y'all are seriously. I think y'all are about to leave pretty quickly. So, yeah.
Bye, Hayden.
Thanks for joining us, Hayden.
Thanks. Okay, I gotta run up to the gymnastics gym. My wife owns a gymnastics bus, Destination Gymnastics.
What?
Yeah, we about a year ago we bought a school bus, full size school bus. Took all the seats out and then made it into a gymnastics bus. So there's monkey bars and we go to or she goes to I helped her out at the very beginning, but goes to preschools for like 2, 3, 4, 5 year olds, and so the kids that are at the preschool get to do gymnastics.
That is so cool. Can she start coming to breweries in Central Texas?
Actually, her sister lives in Belton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and so we're up there. We were up there for 4th of July, and so what's the deal? Are you not leaving yet?
No.
What time are y'all leaving?
She's leaving the words.
Okay.
Because I don't have to go.
Okay.
So you should bring the bus.
We've considered it. We've talked to a few brewery owners. Are we live?
Yes.
Well, why don't you tell people that
We go live at noon every day.
we're not?
Every
But
week.
my clock says 11:59.
Yeah, I've got 11:59.
I just started.
Oh, is our audio going out?
Well, of course.
So we just crashed into this. Me talking about Destination Gymnastics. If you live in Cypress, Texas, and you need you own a daycare.
You got a shameless plug.
Yeah, that's not shameless. There's no shame there at all. All right, let's quiet on the set, and I'll mute mics, and we'll actually start the show. Oh, and this is where I tell Kennedy that open. It's super close.
Yeah.
Not ready just yet, but it's super close.
Okay.
Been working on it for 3 years.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Welcome in, everybody. It's Thursday. If you were here just 2 seconds ago and you realize that
That's all ancient history.
it's all ancient history, yeah. It's we've been live for forever now. Katie and Jason are joining us from Salado, Barrel Brewing Company. Hey, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's great. Great. Thanks for joining us. The scenic, I wouldn't call it resort town, but Creekside. I don't know. What would you call a tourist destination?
Day trip destination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, tucked in.
Definitely big with the bridal showers and sewing club reunions.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are really selling yourselves.
No. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna just jump into this because over 4th of July weekend. And summer intern Hayden here over just listening in. I didn't grab a mic stand.
Yeah.
So
The only camera you have, Hayden, is
Yeah, just
the one,
the
one
big
up
wide
there.
one, so just
Look
wave.
up there and wave to the camera.
summer intern Hayden back after
there you go.
for the first time and last time I believe this summer. I don't know, maybe one more time. Anyway, enough of that. So we were there for 4th of July visiting my in-laws, my wife's sister, and their lovely family. All live in Belton, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Salado. And my brother-in-law, he was telling me stories when his parents, when he was young, that they would go to Salado and his parents would just walk in and look at antiques and walk out, and he and his sister would just have to walk like 4 steps behind and just be bored the entire time. But lo and behold, Barrel Brewing Company has swept in like a superhero and
Thank you.
saved husbands or anybody that's just not into crafts or whatever, the antiquing.
Yes.
There's now a place to go. It's an oasis of, and there's a candy shop.
The Sugar Shack,
Yeah, the Sugar
right next
Shack.
door to the brewery.
Yeah, so you've got the best of both and the creek there for to run around and expend energy. So it's not. I don't know. I feel like you guys have positioned yourself in where people are the most grateful because I know that when I walked in, I was like, okay, this I could have seen where this could have gone right, but now we're fine. Everything's perfect. So
One of the cool things I think about the position of where we're at is that we're not too far away from Austin. We're not too far away from Waco. We're still right in the middle of just kind of everything in this area. So even though we may not be right in a big city, we're close enough to anything to get away for a little while, and that's kind of that day trip thing that you were saying. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Salado has a really high ratio of bed and breakfast. And so we get a lot of bed and breakfast types, honeymooners, anniversaries. They come here like every year for their anniversary. And so if we can be part of that tradition, that's really cool. The Stagecoach Inn is really famous, like Jesse James, yeah, that's his name, Billy the Kid. Somebody stayed there, hid out in the cave, and Sam Houston gave a speech from the balcony of the Stagecoach Inn, and we're just a stone's throw from the Stagecoach Inn. So it's really cool to have that history here. It was part of the Chisholm Trail, and of course, Native Americans camped out on the creek that we're looking at from the brewery, and there's just a lot of history and good energy here, and it's a really creative town. There are a lot of artists. And that was a big reason that we decided to drop our 9-to-5s and pursue this, because when we moved here, we made friends with artists who were like literally bathing in the creek and, you know, just doing whatever they had to do to pursue their dream. And it was inspiring. Fortunately, we don't have to bathe in the creek. But when you're surrounded by those people, and it's hard to be like, well, why am I miserable going to my 9-to-5 when, you know, I could build something and contribute to that community. So we feel really, really lucky to be here.
all right. Well, what was going on before the brewery? What were you guys into? What were you doing? And then how did the brewery come about? How long have you been open? All the details.
Yeah, so Salado was still partially dry when we came along, and my husband Graydon had been an airline pilot, home brewing on the side, and then he went to Colorado, did an internship, and his mentor there said, "You're crazy if you don't do this." So we found, you know, so this building, the brewery building, wasn't even on the market, and the owner loved the idea. He said, you know, I'll sell it to you on the condition that you can change Salado's laws. We had to change a local ordinance to be wet for beer, taproom atmosphere. And so the way the timing worked out, we had Labor Day weekend to get over 500 signatures. We did it. And so that was really encouraging. Yeah. That November 2014, we were on the ballot and it passed. 784 people voted yes, that they wanted Salado wet for beer, and that allowed us to come into this space and start building out the brewery. The brewery was an old grain silo, so you can see the walls behind us are the original walls. And
the patches.
Yeah, those patches are original. They used to fill this building up to the roof with grain, which is kind of cool. We told the Historic Society, who are really big in this town, you know, we're taking the building back to its roots. And so they got on board. It was really cool to have to do that election, because it proved to us before we even opened that there was going to be community support and a market for craft beer. And we were the first microbrewery to come into this county. We were the first microbrewery that the TABC office in Waco, you had to go through the licensing process with. So there was some learning on our side and theirs, and we felt like kind of privileged to have that honor. Since we've opened, I think Waco has 3, maybe 4 microbreweries now. Belton opened Bold Republic last June, and we're happy to have some closer neighbors than Austin and Georgetown.
Yeah, I'm going to mute you while I talk, because I think I'm hearing myself back, but I'm just from getting to drive through that area, Waco, we were there a few weeks ago, and there's Brotherwell and Bear Arms, and I think there's one more about to open. They've got a distillery there, and that's not that, you know, and then yeah, they're in Belton, Boulder Republic, and I want to say there was maybe another one in Planning. But anyway, it's a cool area. I mean, that's a beautiful area just to go for a drive through Texas, and you know, that's it, like you say, the history. Get more into get more into the beer. Actually, you know what? Pardon me, Kennedy. We're way into the show,
Yes,
and
we are.
guys, happy National IPA Day.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, in the middle of the work, I'd already be celebrating.
yeah, well, that's the advantage of doing a show that you know, doesn't take a whole lot of. Well, we're not operating machinery here, so we're able to drink the beers. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is just one question that I have. Anybody know what time it is?
It's time for your favorite segment and mine, Beer and Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
And on the table today, we don't have the dedicated beer cam.
No, we don't. And
So-
it looks like this camera got moved.
Yeah, thanks.
I
Summer
did-
intern Hayden
I-
took it upon herself
I
to.
did it on
can you-
purpose, so yeah.
Yeah, summer intern Hayden decided
So
to do some
I'm just gonna
remodeling.
do it
with her
like
elbow.
this.
Yeah, just
Hold
do
on.
your Vanna White, your best
just-
Vanna White.
No, I'm gonna do this
Oh,
because we have. Oops.
table full.
Say hi, Hayden. All right, we got a bunch of IPAs today.
You want to go through? We have some out of market,
Yeah.
some in Texas IPAs. Did we get anything from outside of Houston?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, other than anything outside of Houston that's still in Texas?
Does Brazos Valley Brewing count?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Are y'all's beers available in Brenham? I want to feel like I feel like I've seen them. Maybe it's in Belton or somewhere that I saw your beers.
I know we were in the HEB there for a minute, but I don't know about right now.
Okay.
Our distributor handles Brenham for us, so I don't know offhand right now. If you saw anything there, it would have been the Evil Catfish IPA.
Yeah, I think it was a while back, but I feel like I saw it. I feel like because I remember that logo pop. I was like, oh, catfish! I love catfish.
Yeah, I remember that logo too.
So what are we going to open first and have? You make the choice.
Okay. Let's go with. We got a whole bunch of them, so I'm not doing this in any particular order. But we'll go with the Mama Tried
Citra IPA
Citra IPA from Brazos Valley.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh, and next we're doing Crush City IPA
Yeah. Okay.
per Hayden.
Per Hayden. Okay.
Hayden.
Cool. Well, since today is IPA Day, tell us all about that IPA of yours.
Yeah, so our flagship IPA is the Evil Catfish. It's distributed from Waco to northern San Antonio, and so it's appeared in Brenham. I know I was distributing it myself down to Houston a little bit last year, but I had some other things come up. So Evil Catfish, Mandarina Bavaria, CTZ. We always try to balance our beers here. So some people have called the Evil Catfish IPA a gateway IPA. It's definitely approachable. That malt bill is higher because we just didn't want to blow anyone out of the water. Here in Central Texas, as the first microbrewery, we still have a lot of people who have never been in a tap room or a brewery, and they come in and they ask for Miller Lite. And so everything we do is going to be approachable and balanced and not just blow you out of the water.
Is that the biggest seller in the tap room itself?
No, it's not. It is our most distributed beer, but in the tap room, it's all about lagers here. So like our top two sellers are lagers.
That makes sense. But your what was it? Creek Don't Rise? I believe that's the one I had. Wow.
Don't rise.
Yeah. So it's number 2. Number 1 is the Lagersaurus Tex, which is a German style lager. Super clean finish. Can drink it like water, but I wouldn't because it's 6%.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's funny because when you talk about different regions of Texas, like of course different regions of the U.S., but just in Texas, people's palates are so different. When last year I was distributing to Houston, all of the accounts wanted our double IPA, Mystery of the Deep, A few of them wanted our evil catfish, but I was just shocked. We sold twice as much Mystery of the Deep, our double IPA, as we did in this region. So that was a learning experience for us.
Yeah, the air is oppressive here, the humidity, and so we need something as big as that to counterbalance. And my wife is a huge double IPA fan, so if it was northwest side of Houston, which it probably was there on 290 coming into town, my wife probably bumped that up about a percentage point herself. She's
I said thanks.
I can't. I don't know. I want to express like the tap room is super. It's super cool. Just that you can feel the history when you walk in, and so I think sitting in a tap room like yours, and it's okay. Well, swing it around. There we go.
Yeah,
perfect.
Around.
There's see right there by that fermenter right there. Hey, that's where we sit. Remember that? That was us. Tons of games, super family friendly. I mean, Salado is just kind of a family oriented. That's a beautiful thing about the craft beer growth and everything that's happened. That it's really family oriented. It's not, it's not like your sports bars from the mid '90s where it was. You wouldn't have your kids anywhere near it. It's really a family atmosphere. You see the big Oktoberfest style tables, and you sit down next to somebody you never met, and then you have friends before you're after a couple of beers. So
I love these German beer garden tables. We got the first ones from a supplier in Round Top. They deliver them every year to the market days in the spring and fall in Round Top.
Yeah.
And the Germans are so smart, but what we saw was these tables are narrower, so you're closer to the person across the table from you.
Yes.
And so it's easier to talk. And I mean, every single day when the tap room's open, people come in and they're making new friends. And it's just, it blows my mind because we're in the age of cell phones and, TV and distraction, and you take a little bit of that away. You set up an environment with beer where people are going to open up a little bit, and they do. It really, really works. So we love these beer garden tables. We like them also because they're so efficient. We can stack them up, move them out of the way. We can here, so our canning line, kind of deploys Monday through Friday when necessary. And so all of the cans that are stored back there move out to the tap room, and it's wonderfully efficient. We also stack them up and clear out all the space for yoga or, some sort of athletic class that wants to happen. But I think those Germans were really, really smart.
Yes.
The thing I really like about this, the table and the tap room setup and everything, especially with no TVs and no really outside distractions, I've come away with more friends just out of nowhere that I never thought I would just end up talking to. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Or hey, what's going on? Next thing you know, you met somebody else, and then you keep seeing them again and again, and you get to meet with these really awesome people, and it really does become a community background that helps drive the business, but also the whole community itself.
Yeah, that's what we've seen. There's a lot of press out about Salado dying because of I-35 construction. And it's just, we don't see it here because the people are showing up and they're continuing to show up. But yeah, community is, we completely underestimated how important the brewery space would be to the community. Whenever there's a fundraiser or, just something terrible happens and the community wants to get together, they're coming here. And it's, I grew up in this area. We're in the middle of the Bible Belt. I would say it's more conservative than the Houston area. And to have these people showing up at a brewery would have been unheard of 10 years ago.
Yeah, it really speaks to how you get back to the Germans. They were, they did. That's what they did. They'd go to church, and then everybody'd go to the beer garden, and that's where you would spend your Sundays as a community. After corporate worship, you'd go and have corporate beer drinking, or because it's like everybody together. But back to those tables. One thing. I mean, we've a lot of table talk. Yeah. A lot of table talk on the table today.
It's really important.
It is. No, but there's something to it when like one area, it's super intense. Like. For all this time we spend with our phones in our faces, and you start looking people right in the eye. I did an episode not too long ago where we were sitting across from one of these the type of table, and if you look right into somebody's eyes, it gets real intense real quick. So it's be ready for that.
Please, let's not start today.
No, well, no, not us. It's only so close. So I want to. That's why we have monitors and everything in between us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm comfortable with that much intimacy because it gets real.
But we can still make eye contact.
Every once in a while. Yeah. You got to keep looking at the camera.
Yeah.
I've never seen Kennedy look so uncomfortable.
Yeah. You start talking about intimacy. It's a.
Oh no. Yeah.
It was. I don't know. It's a powerful thing. But that's the thing. You build. You look people in the eye. Sharing a beer, it's like, hey, how you liking that beer? Maybe they give you a little sip. Maybe they recommend it to you, and you go try another one. Like your wit was really, really good too on a hot day.
What, the beer or my sense of humor?
No, not you. But
so we do have a question from one of our viewers.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This one comes from Tim.
Okay.
From One Eccentric Brewing in Midland, Texas. And he's wondering what size of system do you guys have?
Sure.
We have a 15-barrel brew house system, and we have most of our fermenters are 15-barrel fermenters and bright, but we do have a few 30-barrel fermenters that will do a double brew into in a single day if necessary to keep that volume up.
Okay, there you go. From one brewer to another, they're
Hi, Tim.
Yeah, they were on a few weeks ago. So that's what I want this show to be, like this, the meeting place. All you guys everybody's so busy with your own brewery and with your customers and making the beer and building your communities right there that you don't get y'all don't get to find out what's happening in Midland all the time. Like right now, we have a new segment that we're trying to keep going. Like, what is the temperature in Midland, Texas?
Yes,
and we should probably do an intro for it or something.
We do. We need to work on this, but
it can range anywhere from -30 all the way up to surface of the sun, and currently in Midland, Texas, 93 degrees.
Yes.
Oh, wow!
So,
trade.
There you go.
Totally trade them.
Yeah. What is the temperature there in?
I'm looking it up.
That is a good
It's
question.
super hot. Does Midland have any kind of humidity, or is it a dry heat?
It's got 93.
Yeah, I think it's
a dry heat.
It's a dry heat.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think once the sun gets to full, it bakes though.
Yeah, they're in the middle of West Texas.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
But
I wonder if they get that breeze. When I was in San Angelo, there's always that wind coming through.
Man, dry air is something I will forever be thankful for after working in a brewery.
Yeah.
Every time there's hot water that goes down, it's just constant. Just ooh, man.
It's the Houston effect. Actually, yesterday
I know it.
we got home. Was it yesterday? Last night? No, Tuesday night, and the AC was out.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 nights ago, the AC was out, and so. Luckily, it had just rained, so it was only 80.
80 with 100% humidity.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And but man, big shout out to the guy that fixed our AC. He's got a superpower.
So you had to go all night though without AC?
Well, we probably could have gotten them out.
It was mostly upstairs.
Yeah, mostly because right. You don't have a mic, so I'll relay. Hot air rises, right? Yeah. So we all slept downstairs with the fans on.
Do you have fans? I don't even have fans.
Oh. I mean, other than the people that show up at the...
Yeah, you gotta have fans.
Yeah, we have thousands of them every week.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't stick around when the AC goes out, but all right. Well, okay. So Kennedy just posted the tap room hours, but what kind of events do y'all have out there, and how often? And you mentioned yoga and some of the other stuff. No. Hayden wants to know, no goats, no goat yoga.
No goat yoga. No, those things scare me with their weird eyes. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Are they cute when they poop on your back, Hayden?
They do that. They'll climb up on you.
They climb up on your back, and then they'll get a shower of pellets.
A bunch of raisinets right on you.
Yeah.
Oh no, nobody wants that.
No. Is there? I feel like there's a Like, are there any big events in Salado, like festivals or any like time of year? What is the time of year? Like, if somebody's planning the visit to come out to Salado?
Yeah, so in October, the first weekend in October, there is a mermaid festival here, Serena Fest, and it is raising money for an all abilities playground that we're trying to build in Salado. And it's all about Serena, the local mermaid legend, and the catfish that tricked this girl into becoming a mermaid. Just celebrating that. It's really, really kid friendly, and we feel fortunate that they want to host it here on the grounds between the brewery and the creek. Then the following 2 weekends are Barrow's Oktoberfest, so that's always fun. And then the big event in Salado is the Christmas stroll weekends. For the first 2 weekends in December, the entire downtown area is lit up with white twinkly lights, and it's like Mayberry meets the Old West, kind of. Like, it's just a really, really sweet town. It looks like a Hallmark movie. And it's nice. So we'll have extra live music and activities and lots of hot chocolate. But that's a good time to come out because it's a little bit cooler. What else? Am I forgetting any big Salado events?
Not anything like that I can think of coming directly up, but there's also, I mean, we've been doing that beer festival, and we've been doing well, our anniversary turns out to be a pretty big event here too.
So for 2 years, we've done Father's Day weekend beer festival. A lot of the smaller breweries about our size from the Central Texas area, within probably 2 hours of Salado, come out. We had 9, and then we had 13 breweries this year, and it's just another beer festival. But we like it because there are helicopter rides and a rock wall. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And of course, you haven't? Oh, man, one day, don't worry. But yeah, just an opportunity for the smaller guys like us that don't get out that often to get together and meet up. And I coordinate that, and it's been really fun talking to the other breweries and their event managers, and just a chance to talk to each other. Because like you said, we don't get out much.
Oh, we pouring up a new beer? Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Little Crush City from Razul and Taylor and the whole crew over at Buffalo Bayou. Buffalo Bayou, just this past weekend we went to, was it this past weekend?
It was.
It seems like so long ago. It was like almost a week ago. We went to their Christmas in July, and that was a lot of fun. So Razul and Taylor, if you guys, anybody watching out there, thank you.
It was fun having free Buffalo Bayou beer from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the hot sun.
Yeah. That sounds miserable.
Yeah, there was one of their guys dressed up as Santa Claus, full Santa Claus, gear.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, it was only 95.
Yeah. I mean, it was only like 90 in the shade where we were standing.
That's true. We were in the VIP.
I don't think I've stood up that long.
It was good
without sitting down.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been on my feet that long in probably years.
Yeah, no, that's good for you. Keep the blood clots away.
I mean, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I was standing up for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah. But Buffalo Bayou, their new brewery coming. I don't know if you guys keep up with any of that stuff on social media, but it's they're in the Arts District here in Houston. If y'all get to come down to Houston, that's because we got like 2 areas in Houston, the Arts District area, Sawyer Yards kind of area, and then the Shepherd area where there's like 6 breweries in both places.
I'm a fan of Brash Brewing down there.
Yeah.
I think they're really, really cool. I like their social media strategy, but there's no way. Like half of our customers are little women, and it just wouldn't go over the same.
Yeah, you have to meet your people where they're at.
Sorry about that.
Well, just leaving the beer way over on the other side of the table.
Well, all you do is hand me your empty glass, and I would have poured it up for you.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't want you to. You were talking about standing. I didn't want you to strain yourself.
I'm sitting down. It's fine.
Okay.
We need to go on a beer run. Where's a good place? Like if we're coming to Houston, we want to pick up a little bit of everything. What's a good bottle shop?
Coming into Houston.
Yeah.
Well, if you stop in Brenham, you can get the stuff from New Republic and Huff Brewing, and then Brazos Valley. Just that they're that HEB right there on 290. I'm trying to think what else is coming into Houston. Well, if you coming if you end up going like 105 off of 6 or something, if you're coming from Waco, right? Is that
you're coming down I-35?
Yeah, normally I take 290.
Okay.
So you go. Okay.
Well, yeah, I always like going to when we're going. We always go 6 through College Station and then to I guess Hearn or anyway. If you end up I don't know, but if you end up in Spring, Thistle Draft Shop is a must stop. If you come down Thistle Draft Shop in Spring, if you're here over in Cypress, which is right there 290.99, where the new third loop. We got loops on loops on loops here in Houston. There's Murdoch's and then there's Brew 30 right here. The craft beer cellar Cypress is another one. They actually brew their own beer there.
Yeah, on your way in though, if you're coming down 290, you're gonna go right through Brenham, Texas, so you can check out Brazos Valley Brewing.
They're great.
They just opened a new tap room with air conditioning.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, last time I went, they didn't have AC.
It's a brand new tap room. I haven't been yet, so.
I don't know that it's completely finished.
I thought it was finished.
I don't know. Look that up.
Oh, man. I may have given you wrong advice.
No, they're building it.
One of my favorite places there is the Ant Street Inn. Mm-hmm. That's a really cool, little boutique hotel, 2 blocks from Brazos Valley Brewing.
Yeah.
So that's a fun trip.
Well, they've moved. They've moved from their original location, which was the original Brenham Brewery. So they just did it. They just closed. They had their final weekend at the original brewery, and they're still in Brenham. They're like 3 blocks away, but they're building it out currently. So I don't.
That's
know.
cool.
Oh, so maybe that's the new brewery.
Yes, I don't know
not
that
the tap room.
Well, maybe they'll open the tap room first. Yeah.
So you mentioned Huff Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Christine Huff is my husband's first cousin.
Oh.
So we're big fans of Huff Brewing and Huffmeister.
Yes, Ryan was one of our first guests ever on Liquid Lunch back.
Really?
Yes. So I love going out there. That's a great drive too. Belleville.
Yeah.
Through that area.
You're just in their cattle field.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and they do taco nights and barbecue night, all kinds of stuff out there. So they've always got stuff going on. That's that's the coolest thing about Texas. I mean, yeah, Houston has a great scene. Austin has a great scene. We'll even give kudos to Dallas. There's some really good beers in the big cities. San Antonio's got we had Mad Pecker on a couple weeks ago. They've got some really cool stuff going on over there. But when you get like that in between San Antonio and Austin, and you get into the hill country and you start driving, there's you guys are the prime example. There's cool places that have their own personalities, that do their own thing, that are really community oriented, and it's just all Texas, but everything's a little different, and it's a little slice of Texas awesome. So
the brewery got mentioned in Texas Monthly's 100 best places you've never heard of.
That's cool.
And I was like, okay, that's great. But it is. It's kind of cool to be a cool spot, and if you find it, it's kind of a secret, and you're going to tell your friends about it. Mm-hmm. And word of mouth is our bread and butter. It's the best way to get recommendations.
Yes, and the cool thing about the family-oriented, atmosphere of breweries, which I grew up in a small town that was very.
What's going on there?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Keep talking
UPS.
because you're canceling out when you talk, so it's fine.
Okay, no, that's cool. I thought maybe the mermaid was coming in.
No, it's that evil catfish.
We're getting catfished. But when
Let me check.
Hey,
sorry, the FedEx guys here.
Okay.
Really important.
That's fine. It's a working brewery.
Dear thing.
That's Everybody, they're hard at work.
Hi.
It's life. Most people have business to conduct at this time.
Listen, the FedEx person is like, "Can I take a keg? Can I deliver a keg to me?"
Here.
No, that.
We're live on a video show. Do you want to say
How's it
hi?
going?
Hi.
We do sell 6-packs to go.
Yes, I'm trying to get some for family members in Wisconsin. I can
Oh,
tell
yeah.
yeah.
Jason, can you show her the cooler?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
walk down there with Jason. He'll show you what we
Yeah,
have.
There you go.
Let her know it's National IPA Day.
Oh yeah, it's National IPA Day. We've got a really good IPA.
For Wisconsin, check Wisconsin off the. I don't know if we have a list of states that have been represented on the show
Yeah.
yet, but there's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's one of them now.
Yeah. But I'll say this about the family orientation of a brewery. Some people kind of, some single people that are younger get a little tired of the kids running around.
Yeah.
But you'll grow out of that phase, especially if you end up having kids. It's the greatest thing ever. You can.
We've had more 7-year-old birthday parties here than we've had 21-year-old birthday parties.
It's the greatest thing.
As long as you keep them on a leash, what's the problem?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
We keep children and pets on a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we go to this one. Summer intern Hayden, she has done dance competitions, and anytime we did it all around the state, and so anytime we go to a dance competition, you have to celebrate afterwards because dancing needs celebration. We would get to go to a brewery. The choice of your language there, Hayden, concerns me. You get to go to a brewery and have fun and play the games and run around by the creek in Salado, even though that wasn't a dance competition. But same sort of thing. They're fun, right? You have fun. We play a lot of games. You're just putting on for the camera. The camera's not on.
Yeah, the camera's not even on yet.
But no, it is a lot of fun, and your brewery, is prime example. There were games right there. We grabbed games. We were talking, and just it's a good place just to reconnect. So.
Yeah. I was really surprised. We wanted, our vision was to have grandparents and middle-aged people and children here, and to design this and bring it to fruition, and those people actually show up. It's really cool. Salado is historically a retirement community, and so we've had so many retirees say, now my son has a reason to visit. We're like, score, that's great. We don't have a lot of college-aged people. There's a handful of single people, but it's not a lot. So I think that's one place that we haven't been discovered yet, one demographic, because there's so much in Austin for them to do. It really is more of a family, middle-aged retiree venue and setting, but hopefully they'll find us one day when they're ready.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out when they're ready. It's one of those things where it's like when the student is ready, the master will appear. When the beer drinker is ready, the brewery will appear. So they'll catch on. They'll let them go they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. They're still newbies. They're still newbies.
So this is our menu behind me, and we started out with the top 4 beers and quickly added the Creek Don't Rise lager. So those are our 5 flagships at the top, and then we experimented, and what we've seen with the population here is they want lagers and they want really light blondes, and even an amber. So it's been fun for me to watch this menu board change, and we're really kind of dialing in what the locals want and addressing what kind of flavors that they're into. And so I think I always look at the menu boards now when I'm able to go to other breweries. We're like, well, this is what their people are drinking. We're not going to brew something that people aren't interested in drinking. And so I feel like this board is a reflection of our local beer drinkers.
And I did hear a rumor that you guys are going to be canning a new beer soon.
That's right.
Yes.
Is this rumor correct?
Yeah, I have a picture. If I show you my cell phone, would you be able to see the picture?
We have the picture on screen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The designer sent me a mock-up of the can, and it's so pretty. So I don't know if you can see that.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what
Can
is
be
the
really
legend of the mermaid? What is the story behind the mermaid?
So the Tonkawa Native Americans used to camp out here by the spring. There's a natural spring there. The maiden was in love with the chief's son, who just cared about hunting, wouldn't give her the time of day. So she was down at the creek crying, and this magical catfish swam up and said, "Hi, I can make the chief's son fall in love with you. You just have to swim with me every full moon for a year. If any human eyes see you in your mermaid form, you will stay a mermaid forever." So she made the deal with the catfish. The chief's son fell in love with her. And on the 12th full moon, her last swim with the catfish, she was swimming back home and she felt a tug on her tail. She got up on a rock to inspect, and there was a hook in her tail. And she followed the fish hook line up to shore, where there with a fishing pole was her insomniac husband. So he saw her, and she was doomed to stay a mermaid forever. Her salty tears are what feed Salado Creek. Salado is Spanish for salty. And so the mermaid swims with the magic, we call him evil catfish, for the rest of her days. Yeah, tragic.
Is that the first example of getting catfished? I don't know. Is that the same? I don't know if that's the same.
Ancient legend.
That's pretty close to the same. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
any kind of catfish.
wow.
Never trust a talking fish,
Yeah.
right? Is there an example anywhere in history where a talking fish, it turned out good?
Finding Nemo.
Okay, maybe. Yes, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Ariel. Well, her
Flipper.
flounder led her into.
Slippery. Yeah,
Yeah. So.
that was a dolphin. So.
Yeah. No, and then Ursula. Is Ursula a fish? Is that?
No, she's an octopus.
Yeah, I don't.
It's kind of a fish.
Yeah.
Fish-ish
I don't know.
family.
But catfish though. It's those whiskers.
Catfish.
They have that.
Yeah. So that mermaid statue commemorating the legend used to be in the spring right here by the brewery. But with the floods, we've been flooded out every year since we've been here. She got washed away, and well, that's nice. So now they moved her up the bank so that she doesn't wash away every year. But that mermaid legend is, it's part of our culture here. Anybody that grows up in this area knows the legend. And so there's a festival now, there's a play, and we got permission from the people, like the generation that kind of documented it for the first time, to put the legend on our beer. And they love the idea because they want the legend to keep going. So hopefully our beer is a good means for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great way to contemplate that story and the deeper meaning over a couple of. You sit there and you think about, you look at that beer, like, I wonder what, and then they look it up. Maybe they hear this, they watch this episode and they hear this story, and they
have those hard conversations with your daughters.
Yeah, never trust a catfish. Never trust a catfish. No, if you see a catfish, batter, deep fry, get a side of Hush Puppies.
Don't talk to it. Whatever you do.
Yeah, don't talk to it.
Don't talk to it.
Yeah.
People think you're weird if you start talking to fish.
Yeah, just batter, deep fry, side of Hush Puppies. So.
Solid.
Well, I'll be really freaked out if they start talking back.
I've had too many.
Too many.
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, let me think. Any more questions or comments posted for?
Well, sort of a comment.
Well,
My girlfriend, the lovely Jules, is happy about your choice of ambers. It's her favorite style, reds and ambers.
Yeah, that was one of the number one requests we've had since we opened, and we just started brewing that like this January, February.
Yeah, it's only been this year.
Yeah, so it's called the Mill Creek Cougar because there's been a lot of cougar sightings lately in the subdivision of Mill Creek here in Salado. So we wanted to commemorate that. All of our beer names are usually something about Salado and the people here. We'll have in December, probably, we'll release the Village Idiot again. It's a ginger rye strong ale. And some people say it was named after the mayor. Some people say it was named after me. So, yeah, but it's fun for people to come in and they'll identify with a name and then they'll try something new.
Yeah, there's something about the name of a beer like that. Don't sleep on that, marketing department of breweries or whatever. When you name, I mean, a beer can taste delicious, but if it's just called, IPA or something, people are probably going to enjoy it. But when you name something the right way and everything comes together and people connect with it, there's more to enjoying a beer than just the beer. It's the emotional.
Yeah, like the Dallas Blonde. I think that's a great example. Everybody wants to drink the Dallas Blonde. It's so easy to think of and identify. Yeah, it's a really good one.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, Kennedy. And they said lots of cougars, so
Yeah. So right. I mean, we're talking about animals, right? Or
I don't know how many cougars. Like, okay, we've had discussions like. We've talked about how blessed life is these days because nobody gets attacked by bears, but I think a cougar would be...
A cougar wouldn't be as bad as getting attacked by a bear.
I don't know. It depends on the cougar and the bear. If it's a koala bear, you just get hugged. The cougar... Yeah. So, yeah. Can you imagine getting attacked by a koala bear? It'd be the best day of your life. But a cougar would be horrible.
Your eucalyptus.
Yeah, that's that. My eucalyptus beard oil. That's what. I just got mauled by koalas.
You'll have wonderful skin after that.
I know, but
exfoliating.
Have you guys seen cougars running around near the brewery?
No, I've heard that there were sightings by the creek, but most people are just worried about their dogs, like that they leave in their backyard, their wildlife and their chickens.
Okay.
I'd be concerned for the young men, but.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young men. That's
all right. Well, I think that's a good note to maybe wrap this interview up on. Young men, head on over to Salado to Bear Brewing. Maybe,
plenty of cougars.
Maybe you'll have a story to talk about that doesn't involve any catfish, or maybe it'll just the Evil Catfish IPA. And you're snookered.
Maybe you're a young man and you're a little short on cash. And you're looking for somebody to support you.
There you go.
Lots of cougar sightings.
A lot of cougar sightings at Barrow Brewing.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Well,
true story.
Yes. All right. Well, Katie and Jason, thank y'all so much for being a part of Liquid Lunch today. And to everyone across Texas, Salado is beckoning you. Maybe this holiday season, as it cools down, it's time, Christmas time. Go take a stroll, have a delicious beer, 2 or 3 or 4, and make friends across the table. And
now that you guys are selling ambers, you're on our list.
Thank you guys very, very much.
Well, this may be a sacrilege to say on National IPA Day, but I think amber may be a better burger pairing beer than an IPA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying it should be in the discussion. It should be debatable.
Yeah.
Depends on how you feel, because you never know. A good clean smash that's a IPA would be pretty good too.
That's true. These are the debates we need to be happening.
Yep.
I don't know about what went on TV last night. Whatever. This is the debate we need to have.
Was there a debate last night?
Yes.
Smash or not to smash?
To smash or not to smash. It's either that or the cougar.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, we'll let y'all get back to making Barrel Brewing great all the time. And Salado. Everybody head to Salado.
Yes.
Guys, thank y'all so much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We'll talk to
Happy
you.
National IPA Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo. We'll talk to you again down the road. That's great. There we go. And this is where we mute it. And are we able to we're able to do that?
Do the what?
Turn it off so that it's going to just be awkward with. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Oh, I should have had the logo up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I killed the.
It's okay.
Okay, I muted it.
It's fine.
Okay, they may be hearing us now. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
That was great.
That was awesome.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great. That was awesome.
I
Salado.
want to go to Salado.
Hey, it's calling your name.
Well, usually you go to Austin area and you're thinking about breweries to go to, and you usually head west.
Mm-hmm.
But you can head north.
Northwest-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's directly north. I'll have
Yeah,
to look at my map.
like north up, north past Austin. You got some stuff up there too.
Yeah, Round Rock, Pflugerville,
Georgetown.
Yeah. All everywhere has breweries. A lot of good breweries too.
Now, Barrow
and Salado.
Yeah.
There's also don't forget Belton. Don't forget if you can make it all the way to Waco.
Is there? Yeah.
If you're going to the Silos.
Yeah.
Chip and Joanna Gaines, get some shiplap.
Yeah.
You know, you can stop and have a beer.
Bear Arms Brewing.
Bear Arms or Brotherwell.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Texas is great. You don't have a mic. Are you trying to give a dad joke? It's kind of a random switch over. Pick up that microphone. Try to hold it by the bottom so you don't get a lot of handling noise.
Uh-huh.
And then try it there. Is that it? Talk into it. Okay, here, hold on. There, go do it again.
What is ET short for?
What is ET short for?
Extra tall.
No.
What?
Because he's only got little legs.
I get it. Good one. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to cut your mic now.
Yeah.
That was good. So what else? IPA day. So did we mention everything that was on the table?
We did, but we could talk about it more. Do you want to?
Let's talk about it more.
All right. So my IPA selection, and I'll be honest, I don't know. I went into Kroger and got the Pick 6. Is that bad?
No, I don't think it's bad at all. It's a thing.
No. So, I mean, we usually...
As long as you don't get Bud Light.
I didn't get Bud Light.
There you go.
No.
From the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
That's you. You're a child.
No Bud Light. It's all IPAs today.
Yeah. No, I think the Pick 6 is a good way, especially if you're just getting into beer and you want to try a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is you go to that... If you're just getting into beer and you're like deciding to pick which ones you want, let's just say Big Beer has a big presence
In the Pick 6?
in the Pick 6.
I think that's because people go in there and steal the big beers.
No, by Big Beer I mean Carbach.
That's what I know.
Yeah, they're all over the place in there.
That's what I'm saying. People take one out of the 6-pack or whatever. I don't know. I don't know that that's true. Huh? People do that. People have sticky fingers. No, I was gonna do the Pick 6 this morning from the HEB here in Fairfield.
Yeah.
David keeping it real over there. Great beer selection. But I brought over the speaking of smash IPAs, the Yellow Rose, and we had some. I got a Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA, which is one of the OG IPAs.
I say we do that next.
Have you ever had a Dogfish Head 60-minute
I want
IPA?
to say yes,
but it maybe been a while.
it's been a while. So
It's one of those ones you got to tip your hat to when you're talking about IPAs. Continuously hopped. He was do you know the story behind the continuously hopped beer? How he got that?
I do not.
I was gonna wait till Sam was on the show, but he's never answered my messages. So
Some people
we'll go ahead and we'll tell the story. So it started out with he brewed an IPA and he figured out adding little bits of hops throughout the entire boil instead of just doing 60, 45, 30 or whatever, 60, 30, flame out, whatever. He wanted to continuously hop it to build flavor. And so he rigged it up originally, those little vibro football things. You'd plug it in and you'd put the little plastic guys on.
like from like the 70s and stuff. Yeah.
He found one of those at a garage sale, rigged it up, put his hops on there just above his boil kettle, turned it on, and when the hops would just drop in throughout the entire 60-minute boil. And so it was continuously hopped. And so instead of like 60, 30 flame out, you get continually hops being added, so different levels.
So starting at 60 minutes, you're just continually just... I mean, could you, if you wanted to, could you stand over it and just like drop a pellet in there like every minute?
You could. I suppose if you were wanting to.
Every minute, just drop a pellet in there.
Well, I mean, it depends on how big of a brew you're watching. So somebody just jumped on the Periscope feed. Hey, thanks for watching the Periscope there. Yeah. It's it's one of those original, the things that really got people talking about IPAs. Yeah. Trying to think who else. Sierra Nevada, their Torpedo IPA.
We don't have the Torpedo, but I did get Hop Solo.
Okay. There you go. Is that like a smash IPA? Yellow Rose.
It's their Crystal Hop
from
IPA.
Lone Pint, Blake and crew at Lone Pint there in Magnolia. How long has Yellow Rose been around? 4 years? 5 years? 3 years?
I don't-
I don't know, but it's
Not long enough.
well, yeah. But when it came out, Mosaic, it was right when Mosaic became. They put I don't know that they put Mosaic on the map, but it all kind of happened.
They just
together.
I think I want to say they just won another award, or USA, something like USA Today had them in like the top 50 beers in the country, or I don't know exactly, but they were maybe top 30. Somebody else can help me out here. But yeah, they keep winning awards with that.
It's a great beer, and the thing is, there's not. It's just it's a smash beer, single malt, single hop.
One pellet is
Somebody's dropping some knowledge on us.
a pellet a minute is 1 ounce of hops. So I didn't realize this. That there's 60 pellets in 1 ounce
So they're
of hop.
Hundredth of a ounce
1 ounce is 60 pellets.
or a 60th.
Oh, so you could potentially drop like a pellet every 30 seconds if you want to do continuous.
Would you?
For like a 5-gallon batch, I guess.
Are you saying that would you do if you're doing?
I'm not doing that.
Continuously hop. I'd hop an ounce to that.
I don't. No.
This is where we talk about if you want to learn more about IPAs.
Yeah.
Mitch Steele has the book on IPAs. It's called IPAs.
Oh.
And kind of the follow up to that. Hold on.
You know when I drink this style of beer?
Yes.
IPA lot.
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah.
Dick Cantwell, latest book. This is what I'm currently reading. You can see I'm eccentric IPAs. IPAs have gone in so many different directions, and this book here is a great read. A lot of
What did you say the name of the book was?
brewing eccentric IPAs.
You mean eclectic?
Eclectic IPAs. Sorry, the eclectic IPAs. They can be a little eccentric at times, let's be honest with you. There is a whole not chapter, but a whole section on brewing with hop's cousin, weed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So.
Interesting.
You have a little warm in here?
Is it warm?
Feels warm to me.
It's a little warm.
I feel like somebody adjusted
It's
the
a little warm.
thermostat when they came in from driving a bus.
Why would they make it warmer from driving that bus?
They adjusted the thermostat because our electricity bill's a little high.
Oh, I see.
So that might have been what
yeah.
happened.
I
There we go.
imagine
Just popped on again.
I imagine it is high here.
Yeah. No. Why do you say that?
It's a big house.
It's not that big.
Well, I mean, big enough to have big electricity bills.
Not, it's not the biggest we've ever had. When we had a pool at our old house, which was smaller, way higher. Very, very efficient systems now. I don't know why we're talking AC. At least we're not talking lawn care, right?
So,
Yeah.
what's a good IPA? What's a good grassy IPA?
Grassy IPA.
Yeah. Something that gives you grass notes. And that's about as far as I want to talk about lawns today.
I don't know. Off the top of my head, there are so many IPAs now. I used to be able to tell you every beer brewed by every brewery in Houston, like any new beer that came out. And then after we got past, I think 10 or 11 breweries or so, then I couldn't keep up.
Thank you, Jules. She just she posted a link on in the comment section.
Yes, go on.
About the it was USA Today and Lone Pint.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And they are voted one of America's top 40 beers. Yellow Rose.
John says Brash Cali Green.
Yeah.
I think yes.
Yeah, that's definitely a good grassy one.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it
That
grassy.
Resiny.
Dank?
Yeah, dank.
Dank.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Like a good West Coast IPA.
I crave that from time to time. I don't know. That's one of those ones that kind of I like hazies. I think they should put them in a different category though.
Right.
I think they just
like not IPA.
Hazy, juicy hazy.
Yeah.
But
I'd be okay with that. But my first IPA I ever brewed was a West Coast IPA. It was pretty good. Came out good.
There you go.
I had my next beer is ready to drink.
What is it?
It's a Saison, but I didn't want to bring it on today because it's National IPA Day.
Yeah. Okay. So here's one thing. I sent you a text last night about International Stout Day.
Yeah.
It's in November, I believe. It's a Thursday as well. So we'll celebrate that day with stouts. Probably low ABV stouts.
Hold on. Jeffrey, what style of IPA are you brewing?
Oh yeah, give us details. You know, just throw that
So
out there for us.
International Stout Day is that? Do we have to bring an international stout, or is it Stout Day internationally?
I think it's Stout Day internationally, but we can do some international stouts.
Okay.
Maybe we get somebody on to talk about some international stouts.
Huh.
That'd be fun. It's been a while since
Does anybody know international stouts?
Well, I'd like Guinness would be an international stout.
Yeah, but
Original Guinness was a. You ever read the story of the Guinness story? Fascinating.
Not really.
Been around since.
But I know it's been around like forever.
Late 1700s. Yeah, those guys were great. The the Guinness family, first few generations. Just saying. Now it's kind of a.
So,
big
do you
thing.
know the genesis of the Guinness?
Yeah, I do. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
We'll wait till International Stout Day.
I just want to say genesis of the Guinness.
Oh, okay.
And the genesis of the Guinness is
The beginning.
yeah.
No, I do. It was Arthur and his dad was a brewer, and John Wesley from
The preacher?
Yep,
Methodist guy?
the guy that
Yeah.
he was
I'm impressed.
Arthur Guinness's godfather.
You impressed? I know the John Wesley.
Yeah,
Methodist guy?
he invented Methodism.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
They were all very devout Christians. Did a lot of philanthropy too. Before philanthropy was cool, they just did it. Now people kind of do philanthropy. It's like, philanthropy. Hashtag philanthropy. Can't say that word. What else? What?
Exodus, Genesis.
Guinnesses.
Exodus, Genesis.
Yeah.
This.
Okay. This Crush City IPA. Are you drinking? You're drinking the. Was that Odell?
Yeah. You're one behind.
Well, is this gonna be the final one we open up? That's a beer and a half. We can do
Yeah.
one more, at least.
Well,
We can do one more. 2 beers. 2 beers in a show. I think that's appropriate.
that's a beer.
If anybody's keeping track, we are splitting single beers.
Yeah.
So we'll do the Dogfish Head.
Yeah. Well,
Mad ups to
we
Sam
talked
Calgione.
this one up.
Yes, mad ups to Sam Calgione. You're my hero. Dogfish Head just merged with Sam Adams. How do you feel about that? We didn't even talk about that on the show.
I don't know. Does
it bother you? Does it
No,
concern you?
I don't think.
Are you a Dogfish Head fan?
No, not really.
Have you had many of their beers?
No. I drink
Mostly local.
mostly local. I drink basically 95% Texas beers.
That's me too. But
Yeah.
that Sequential has I try to sample all of Dogfish Head's beers just to say, like their what was that liquid truth serum, where they used every type of hops as far as like cryo hops and whole cone and pelletized and not concentrate.
What about the hippity?
Hippity hop,
Yeah.
all of them. They used them all. That was a fun one. So yeah. Oh, Jeffrey says he's got to go. I had to figure that one out.
GT,
Got to go. Jeffrey, thanks for being a part of the show.
as always. Thanks, Jeffrey.
120 minute. Yes, John. Absolutely. 120 minute from Dogfish Head. If you can find it when it's in the area, grab some. And that one's good. 90 minutes good. Have you tried 75 minute, John? That's the question. 75 minute with using the maple syrup, conditioned with maple syrup. That's good stuff. And then the 61 minute, which is like there's 60 plus wine.
What about the
I like that one. Some people didn't like that one. I like it.
123 and a half minutes?
Nobody does 100. That's like 5 minute abs. You can't do 5 minute abs or 6 minute abs. Or whatever.
What about the 59 minute?
Yeah, that's incomplete. Unless they put one out. I don't know. Make some damn good beers though.
No, I'm glad you told me this because I've seen the 60-minute IPA and the 120-minute IPA, and I didn't. To be honest, I had no idea what that meant. And it was one of these things where I was too embarrassed to ask.
What is this? Odell, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the Odell was good.
I mean, they've been at it for a while, right? Colorado? Yep, Fort Collins. It's just good. Traditional IPA. Can you beat that? I don't know. I like Ready to Buck Convention. I don't know.
Ready? Hold on.
Bright citrus.
Did you say ready?
Ready to Buck Convention.
Oh, I thought you said ready, comma, the butt convention.
No, that's I think that's next week or 2 weeks.
Yeah. So tune in next week as we get ready for the butt convention.
Yeah. No. Yeah. John, 75. Is it 75 or 75 minute? Yeah. Look for that one. It's not. It's a. I don't know. They don't put it out all the time, but it's conditioned on the on maple syrup or with maple syrup or something along those lines. They don't let convention hold them back.
This 6. It's so clear. Look at this.
Yeah. Listen.
That is such. Wow.
This is this is where I do a little shameless self promotion.
That is clear.
Yesterday, returning to the scene of the crime of your thievery, we were at Southern Star.
That was so long ago.
It really was.
So long ago.
Actually, it was Tuesday that we went, but posted yesterday. He laughed. He's like, "Where's Kennedy?" I was like, "He's still feeling the guilt." So when Dave asked,
I've been
Dave
there
asked
since
where,
then,
where you
a
were.
few times.
Dave wanted to know why you didn't come. He was a little hurt. But Dave and Omar on the latest episode of Interbrews, and Alex McDonald from Astral Brewing on the episode before that. We put a couple up just this week. So if you've missed us over the summer, you can get my voice in your ear hole.
Have I talked about my trip to Astral on the show? When we got unsolicited massages?
Oh, yeah. We talked about that last week when I mentioned that the show was going to post because I recorded it last week.
I can't remember. Say no to unsolicited massages.
I mean,
it's a little weird.
It is a little weird. It's a lot weird, actually. But, did it rub you the wrong way?
No, it wasn't. No, not really. No.
No. So, if you want to learn more about Houston craft beer scene, get to know the people making the great beer. And, those 2 episodes up now, recording tomorrow at No Label with Jennifer and the crew out at No Label.
Cool. Tell them I said hi.
I will.
Tell them I said what's up.
I will. They got those little kegs now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about some little kegs.
Little kegs.
I'm sure that'll come up in the conversation.
You could buy the little kegs.
You can for home consumption.
Like
we talked about this last week, I thought.
I know it was the 5-gallon kegs.
They have 3 different sizes.
Oh, they have smaller than 5?
5, like 1.5 or 2.
Oh,
and then like a 3.
Because I have a bunch.
Like the torpedo style.
Yeah, I have a bunch of 2.5s.
You have a bunch?
3. Is that a bunch?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. A bunch.
I think one might be faulty, but
faulty.
Yeah. Because I have a keg that spits out nothing but foam.
So
my other 2 don't. This one does.
Have you just tried to replace the seal?
I've tried everything.
You've replaced the seal,
no.
the ring, the gaskets. Replace the gasket. That's your issue. You probably have it's probably a gasket. Also, have you tried any food grade lubricant on the seal?
That's not what I use never mind.
Seriously though,
I didn't think that's what you used.
We've had requests to talk more deeply about beer,
Yeah.
so let's get into keg care.
Okay.
You have a gasket right around the seal, around the lid and the actual keg, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Just like with a pool, you need some like lubricant, and it actually seals up because the rubber may be a little discombobulated or less than symmetrical.
So yeah, we need definitely.
You could try that, or you could just get a new gasket for.
Yeah, that rubber needs to be properly lubed.
Yes.
Or it becomes uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you don't want to overlube. There's no.
Do you not want to overlube?
Yeah, you don't want to overlube.
Oh. Okay.
Just saying, you can definitely overlube.
Yeah, I guess the overlubing does have its issues.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as the issues if you underlube.
Yes, but still, because once you overlube, you can work through the overlubing.
Yeah.
Work out some of that lube.
Yeah.
But if you needed new gaskets or new threaded whatever, or even a new lid, I'm sure you could go to our favorite. You clicked the wrong thing.
I know. Oh man, I'm all over.
I know, right? Just take your time. I'll continue to stretch. If
this
you
thing-
needed anything like that for your kegging system,
I even saw this coming,
yeah.
but my mouse is freezing up on me. All right, here we go.
Always blame something else like a faulty keg. But if you have a faulty keg, you can go to Humble to the Grain Cellar. One stop fermenting shop, 240 First Street West, Humble, Texas 77338, and Preston will guide you through whatever your keg problems may be. If your kegs are underperforming, if they are just, meh, a little.
Yeah, the
limp.
problem is it's full of beer. My underperforming keg is full of beer.
Well, it might be a lost cause, or you could get that new gasket, sanitize it, slap it in there, and then save the beer.
But we'll talk about maybe next week. This is the beer I entered in the wort share competition.
Oh, at Southern Yankee.
Yeah, I didn't.
Have you tried their pizza yet?
No, I haven't.
Dude, you're over it. You live there.
I know.
You live right by there.
I know.
You're my liaison. You're the guy I send out to get these things. You're not tied down.
Maybe this weekend.
Geography.
I'll stop by and
I've heard good
grab
things
a beer.
about the pizza.
Grab a pizza.
People are buzzing about the pizza. It's So Yank pizza, Southern Yankee pizza.
Yeah. Well, I hear Alex does excellent job.
Oh, that
making those pizzas.
dough
Yeah.
does not get unsolicited massages. It gets just the right amount of rub.
Oh yeah. He needs it like.
He needs it like I need some pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some pizza right
It's
now.
so neater.
Yeah. I'm
The
needy.
dough, needing that
He's
dough.
needy, but in a good way. He's needy in all the best ways.
Yeah, he's kind of knee deep in that.
No, that's a different thing. Anyway, Southern Yankee. But the grain cellar, fix that keg right up. Your one-stop fermenting shop. And Preston, if you go in and say, hey, heard about you on Liquid Lunch, free hugs, waist up, waist down, side, pat on the
Slippity
back,
slide.
head rub, butt pat, whatever you want. He's there for you.
Hold on. He does butt pats? Like he's never.
It's kind of an off menu.
Well, because he's never given me a butt pat.
Have you ever asked for one?
No, up until now I would assume that would have been inappropriate.
No, it's like he's like a coach. He'll coach you up. Good job there, number 4. Or whatever.
Oh, so it's more like a good game pat.
Yeah, he's like a coach.
Okay.
Hey, real quick.
He kind of is my coach.
There you go. Yeah.
A little bit.
Hey, move your camera over. Today is August 1st. We've kissed July goodbye.
I know what you're gonna do, and I was gonna do this.
Yeah.
When you did my open segment, but you didn't do my open segment today.
Oh, you know what? I just didn't do it yet.
All right. Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
Unveiling the next month, August 2019. Kennedy,
I can't get any closer than this.
pull it closer. It's just
Yeah. Duh. I'm not thinking fourth dimensionally here.
yeah, I got a real problem with that.
Oh.
That's a Back to the Future 3 quote right there, folks.
Oh.
You don't get that on those other shows.
Yeah. So this was when I was in Mont Blanc, Spain.
Mont Blanc.
This is the actual picture that started the whole sexy pose thing. Was this picture right now? And incidentally, I'm already working on the 2020 calendar.
Are you really?
Yeah. So if anybody,
2020.
yeah, next year's calendar. I've already got
Crystal clear.
I've already got like a good 6 pictures for it. Julie has to deal with this every time we
Where are y'all going?
go somewhere new.
Where'd y'all go?
I'm not. It's no.
a surprise?
I'm not telling you.
All right, for
There's some good ones. I knocked the
the nail out.
nail. Oh, there it is.
Well, for the hottest brewers calendar behind me, Garrison from Spindle Tap is speaking of IPAs and hazies and juicies and creative. Can you see it? There he is, right over my left shoulder. Garrison, Spindle Tap. Boom, here in Houston. They're off of 59. Speaking of IPAs, so National IPA Day. Maybe try a Houston Haze or something like that. Whatever's in your wheelhouse.
So I'll give you guys some sage advice if you're ever going to spend. Shit.
Like sage advice, like you're
Yeah,
gonna put sage in your
if
beer.
you're ever going to Spindle Tap, I'm going to give you guys everyone a big pointer here.
Hold on.
Is it-
I just refreshed. Michelle was like talking about lubing it up. She's like cheering us on.
Yeah, well, of
things.
course. I mean, you got to lube those cakes.
You do.
If you ever plan on going to Spindle Tap,
Go on.
check Groupon first because they have some smoking deals on Groupon. for Spindle Tap. You can catch them every once in a while. Like a buddy of mine, he happened to catch it on the right day, and he told me about it. And I did, of course, I waited and I didn't check till the next day. But he caught like a deal, $2 for a pint glass, and 3 beers at Spindle Tap.
That's
$2
amazing. Wow.
from Groupon.
There you go.
So yeah, check Groupon before you go. Sometimes they don't have good deals, but sometimes they do. Yeah.
All right. Spindle Tap is up their game at the brewery. Their outside stuff. They got like basketball and all kinds of stuff out there now. You know, it used to be just go and sit in their very comfortable tap room and drink some great beers. Now it's sit in their tap room or head outside and play some games and stuff. You know, all the breweries just keep up in the game. Keep up in the game. There's a lot of good stuff going on.
Good.
So
I hope they keep it up. I hope they keep up keeping up.
keep on keeping on, yo. Are we streaming on LinkedIn yet?
No, I'm assuming you didn't set it up properly
Thanks.
on there.
I don't know what else I need to do. I think they're a
Okay.
little hoity-toity over there on LinkedIn.
I don't know. Like
We're seriously covering the
there,
beer industry
numbers
and
somehow it's getting stopped.
I need to just call them. Does anybody know the number to LinkedIn? Does anybody get on LinkedIn? Everybody has a LinkedIn account, but does anybody actually look at it?
I think so.
I mean, I'll look at it, but that's
I don't
because
know.
I'm trying to get this show streamed on there. What about Twitch? I didn't open up the chat today.
So as today is National IPA Day,
Go on.
I think there's a couple of cool things going on right here in the Houston area.
Oh, go on.
If after we sign off on the show today, and
Mm-hmm.
you still feel like some National IPA celebrations,
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
yeah. I mean, after this, what else? We got to do stuff. We can't be here all day.
Not right.
But as soon as we sign off, there's a couple things you can do.
What is there to do, Kennedy?
Well, first of all,
Yeah,
at Holler today,
John.
they are celebrating a National IPA Day at Holler Brewing starting at 4 o'clock.
Oh, man. That makes me wish I didn't have to work.
Yeah, 4 o'clock for $10.
Yeah?
3 tasters and a full pour of your choice
Okay.
for $10.
Hey to all y'all watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, look.
Wow.
Can we be real?
Yeah.
Can we be real quick?
Yeah. Let's get real.
Holler Brewing.
Yeah.
Love Holler Brewing. They always come out with great beers. They always come out they have an ESB that's delicious. They have their dollar pills, y'all.
Yeah.
They've got new beers all the time, and in a cool part of town,
It is.
and just cool people. That's the arts. That's what I call the arts district.
Yeah.
Sawyer Yards are in Sawyer.
Yeah. There's a bunch of artist studios there and stuff.
Yeah, and that's where the new Buffalo Bayou Brewery.
Yeah. It's going to be so cool to go over there now.
Yeah. So, and John, I don't know if you follow John himself, not just Holler. Follow Holler on Twitter, but follow John Holler on Twitter. He's got hot takes. Actually, he's a really smart guy and delves into some interesting things. So he's one of the things that's keeping Twitter from being just a total dumpster fire. He's worth following and watching and paying attention to. Okay, sorry. I'm giving my full endorsement to Holler Brewing. I love Holler Brewing.
Oh.
Love them.
Yeah. So just real quickly, going back to Spindle Tip and Spindle Tap and Spindle Tip.
Spindle just the tip.
Spindle just spindle. Never mind. Oops. I'm not going to start. And the Groupon deals, John just jumped on and said that Under the Radar also has a bunch of good Groupon deals.
There you go. Yeah.
So thanks a lot for that.
So if you're
John.
down in town, Under the Radar, which is
Midtown, right?
oh yeah, it's just
it's
right
sorta
in the middle of
Midtown.
everything. Medical district kind of ish, right?
No, it's not necessarily. No, not medical district. It's on the other side of 59.
Yeah. Well, to me, that's all. It's pretty close, but it's right down there, like just tucked away right there. Is it what 288 and no?
No, it's off of
59.
59. It's I would say Midtown.
Okay,
Would
they
be-
have putt golf there.
Yeah,
If you like mini golf,
they
Under
do.
the Radar.
They do a bunch of trivia nights too there.
their outdoor
They do
beer
some
garden is
trivia.
great. You can't compete with Big Trees.
Yeah.
Big Trees have a lot of history. I'm a
I
fan.
mean, yeah, and then especially for it being like right smack dab in the middle of Houston, there's a lot of good trees there.
it's a little oasis.
Yeah.
It's like you're in the middle of all this busy stuff, and then you walk in there, and it's like you're shielded from the outside world, where you can just enjoy beer and have a good conversation, hit a few balls. Was there any other events? I thought you had
There
another
is.
event.
There's another one.
Oh, are you?
I got sidetracked.
Yeah, I know.
It
I had
happens
to pull you back.
Yeah.
Rein you in.
So here at St. Arnold, they're having another Oktoberfest celebration today.
Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
What?
No, it's.
You said Oktoberfest.
Did I say?
You did.
I meant
That's-
National IPA
Hold
Day.
on. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. Remember Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Put that aside.
Yeah.
Go on.
So today at St. Arnold, every dollar, for every pint of lawnmower sold, $1 will be donated to, what is that? Tour de Cure,
The
Houston.
American Diabetes Association.
Yeah.
Diabetes?
Yeah, so if you got
You got diabetes.
you got diabetes, if you got diabetes,
Diabetes.
if you got
Alfred
the
Brindley.
beaties, if you got the beaties, you probably shouldn't be drinking beer. But for those who don't have the beaties,
Just know somebody that does.
yeah, everybody knows somebody who does. So,
Yeah.
go drink a beer.
Yes.
You're going to be helping. So that's today, starting at 5. I guess I don't know. I guess this technically isn't a National IPA Day event,
it's a thing, though.
but it's a thing that's going on National IPA, and they definitely have some good IPAs there.
If I send you a picture, can you? How hard would it be for you to pull it up?
Not that hard.
How,
Why?
which email? Your personal email?
No, do it on the Facebook,
Send it.
Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I saw something today that it didn't concern me, and it's something we've talked about in years past.
Okay.
That I just feel like things are getting a little. They're getting a little ahead of their game.
Okay.
So this morning I ran to grab a couple of other IPAs. I got that Dogfish Head, which, by the way, can you
Yeah. That's
slide me some 60? Slide me some 60, bro.
you got it.
Okay, so, and just anybody who keeping count, this is a little bit bigger. This is, what did we call this last week? A stovetop?
Oh, that's the 16 ounce, right?
No, this is the 19.2. This is the
Man,
stovetop.
where's Chad Pilbeam?
Where's Chad Pilbeam? Where's Chadford when you need him? Where's Chadford when you need him?
Chadford. We forgot already.
I'm sure he's like a superhero. He'll hear.
We forgot.
He'll hear it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's a stovetop. I believe that's a stovetop. But anyway, so I went to get the Dogfish Head and the Yellow Rose this morning from my Fairfield Market HEB, which has a fantastic, David, you're doing a great job with the beer selection, and just a wonderful staff there. Shout out to them. But August 1st, 178 degrees outside, and I look to my right as I'm walking in, and this is. Are we ready?
No, give me a second.
Okay, fine. Seasonal creep we've talked about. I noticed there was already some Oktoberfest beers ready to go. Eyinger was there. Real Ales was out. I might have seen one other one that I can't remember right off the top of my head. And that's not as much seasonal
Did
creep.
you send? Okay, with what you're talking about right now, did you send me the right picture?
Yes.
Okay.
You got the right. Which picture are you putting up? The one I just sent you, right?
Right.
Right. So Oktoberfest beers. Technically, Oktoberfest happens at the end of September.
So this is what you meant to send me?
Yes, this is not Oktoberfest. This is full-on Halloween. That is at the end of October. A full 3 months, August, September, and then the end of October. I get you're going to be there ready for October.
Well, this is at your Fairfield
This
HEB?
was this morning.
Oh, wow.
It's begun.
Well, because there's nothing really going on between now and Halloween.
There's the start of football. There's
Yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah. But
There's the fact that it's 180 degrees outside. You can put some lemons out there to make some lemonade. There's back to school. There's what else is there?
that's
There's
not a holiday, though.
It
None of
might
these
as it
things-
should be. It should be.
Well, yeah.
You go
that's
shopping
different.
for back to
That's
school.
a different debate.
You buy your school supplies. You get your lunch supplies. That's coming up in 3.5 weeks. Is back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Football season starts in about 4 weeks. All of those things. Start of football season is a holiday in Texas. Even if you don't like football, you need to recognize. But this was this morning at the HEB. The stuff in the back there for what is it? Dia de los Muertos? Muertos?
Yeah, it's Dia de los
That's
Muertos.
November 1st.
Oh,
Listen,
wow.
That's November 1st.
Yeah, but
maybe they just had it in the back and they were like, oh, let's stick it out there so we can sell it real quick, maybe at a bargain.
Well, we're at a time there's no big national type of holiday.
Yes,
that
start of football season is a national holiday. In Texas, it's a national holiday.
I mean, yeah, but what do they sell at HEB?
Hot dogs and brats and
but
football jerseys.
Yeah, but they can't display that.
They can put the high school jerseys out there.
I mean, I suppose.
Volleyball season's about to start. Back to school, you put a bunch of pencils out there.
Yeah,
I mean, pencils.
Volleyball season's about to start.
If you put your Crayolas out there, they don't melt. But you can put some pencils out there. Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
What else?
Some spandex shorts.
What else is in August? August needs something.
I agree.
August needs something more than just being hot. So they could have put IPAs out there. They could have put a bar with a bunch of IPAs on tap.
I mean, they can, but
I mean, yes, this was 10 a.m., but still. But even by 10 a.m., if you look closely at those jack-o'-lanterns, they're already sweating.
yeah. Well, I guarantee you walk into that HEB right now and say, "Hey, happy National IPA Day," and everyone's gonna just look at you
No, they won't.
like,
No, they won't. David will be like, "I got you. What you want?"
well, there might be a couple.
No,
I
David-
mean, the cool people.
If you walked in, David would be like,
The
"I
cool
got some
people
stuff in the
will do
back."
that.
That's what you need to do if you are near a great, even. Well, I've not had this much luck with. I'm going to be honest. I've not had the luck with Kroger. Kroger, your beer game is kind of weak.
Compared to HEB, Kroger's beer game is way weak.
Yeah, Jules, they do need a
Right.
good merchandiser. They couldn't
Yes.
afford you. They couldn't afford you. I promise you. Your skills are too
Yes.
valuable. They need you, but I don't think
Absolutely.
I don't think a multi-billion-dollar company like HEB could afford you. Actually, they could.
Well, they'd be. I mean,
They'd be
That's
fools
just-
not to, though.
let's just face it.
Would-
You
when-
know, they're
all right.
Not every business decision they make is going to be the smartest one.
They did get J.J. Watt, so that's pretty smart. Let me ask you this, though, Jules. When is the appropriate time based on the need to sell merchandise, like the consumer zeitgeist? Boom, I'm using that word. All of that stuff. When is the appropriate time to put out pumpkins and Halloween stuff? September 1st? I would think like September
That's an
1st.
excellent question for Jules.
I think August is too early.
Yeah.
I think it makes people angry. And that's why pumpkins and pumpkin beer has gotten a little bit of a bad bad pumpkin beers have
Do
given.
you know what'd be cool?
What?
Is if they actually had real pumpkins out right now.
They'd be rotten. in 2
Because
days.
pumpkin season gets so short. It's so short. And I got to get my pumpkins to make my pumpkin pie.
Well, you're using fresh pumpkins.
Yeah. And there's
You could
not-
always use butternut squash, though.
Yeah, but, pumpkin season is like shorter than cherry season. The shortest season out of all of them is rhubarb.
Chad said stovepipe. Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, you
So I
did.
s-
You got it right.
I said it.
Yeah.
Chad, see, we learned. Everything I ever needed to know about
Did you?
can size, I learned from Chad Pilbeam, which learned from beer, which learned from Beer Logic. Boom. So there you go. What would you say, September 1st,
Oh
Jules? Or
wow!
tell me?
Did you message him?
No.
Like, how did he know?
He's Chad.
H-
He knows.
How did he? He like literally just jumped on
Yes.
and answered the question.
He has
Chad, what?
he has a seventh sense.
What's going on here?
He has a seventh sense.
Maybe he's got this room bugged.
Probably.
Well,
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to say I know how he does it. I don't know.
because it looks like he just jumped on.
He did.
Oh,
He did.
Oh, and by the way, Ray from Mad Pecker also jumped on and said
Hey,
it was-
Ray.
he said it was stovepipe before Chad did.
Ah,
Yeah.
Ray. Man, I was watching our episode the other day doing a little editing.
Yeah.
That was fun. Remember that 2 weeks ago? Remember how fun that was?
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes I have even yesterday's a bit fuzzy for me,
I can see that.
but I do remember 2 weeks ago.
Can I tell you that this 60-minute IPA is delicious?
Yeah, you can.
We've had some delicious IPAs today. We're not even going to get to all of them. We've got Alyssa IPA. Alyssa IPA was one of those beers that, Alyssa IPA was ahead of my time. Does that make sense? Because, okay, so I remember trying to try all of St. Arnold's IPA, or all of St. Arnold's beers.
Yeah.
And when I got to Alyssa IPA, I didn't even understand what was going on. And I would get a 6-pack and keep one, and I want to try each and every one of them, compare them.
Was it towards the end of the day, end of your drinking day, and you said, I can't drink this
No,
because IPA lot.
no, that was never a thing that went through my mind.
Uh-huh.
This was about a decade ago, I guess, maybe more. But I remember drinking the first one and being like, I don't understand what's going on in my mouth right now. Not one of the few times in my life where I'm like, I don't understand what's going on in my mouth.
Oh, come on. You were telling me this story the other day.
Yeah, but what I'm just
But
saying.
it had nothing to do with.
No, this is another time.
Oh,
this is another
okay.
time.
Oh.
Complete another time. So, but like, I remember getting to my third one, forced my way through the first one because I just didn't understand. I was trying to figure this out. And the second one, I was like, man, I don't know. I'm doubting myself. And then I got to that third Alyssa IPA, and I just remember being like, yeah, I think I get it. I think I get it. This is a whole nother level. But let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. Take my camera. For the people here in Texas. Ready?
Are you ready to wax poetic?
No, I'm just going to... Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of Texas. Alyssa IPA is one of the best IPAs.
Hold on.
Historic.
Hold on. Hold this up while
Hold on, I'm
you're...
going to be like Thor, and it's just going to...
Hold this. Hold this up. While you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There. Alyssa IPA is a historic beer in the state of Texas. One of the earliest IPAs ever brewed here. The oldest continually brewed beers. It's a different IPA than what we hear now. No, there's no haze. There's no juicy. It's just delicious. And I didn't understand this beer. But then I began to understand this beer. And then I learned to love this beer. And then I craved this beer. And then it became a little spot in my heart. But then I took it to another level. I tried this IPA in one of these IPA glasses from Spiegelau, developed by Sierra Nevada and Dogfish Head, whom we've had both of their beers today. Did we have the
We haven't had the Sierra Nevada yet.
We got it on the table. But
Yes.
anyway, they developed this beer together. So as you see, I'm going to put the Alyssa IPA down.
Okay.
The way this glass is tapered, the aroma gets into your nose every time you turn it. These little bubbles here at the bottom, every time that beer floats over those little nubs, more hop aroma is released and put right into your nose holes. Your olfactory sensors go bonkers, and you get some of that delicious hop aroma every single time. You put an Alyssa IPA in one of these IPA glasses, and you will try it again for the very first time, like you've never tried it before. It will reawaken your brain and your palate and your taste buds to Alyssa IPA in an IPA glass. It's a match made in hoppy heaven. It'll give you a new appreciation for how delicious Alyssa IPA is. That is my recommendation to you, each and every one of you. Try it and enjoy. Happy National IPA Day. # National IPA Day. # you can get this glass if you go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon. Purchase a set of 6 of these, and we'll get a little kickback, and you'll thank me. And they're very flexible. They feel.
You just ruined it for me.
What?
Man, I was like,
Were you gonna go? Were you already on there?
I was just so like hot and bothered until the very end.
Oh, what
Until the sales pitch.
about going to Amazon?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, you change your inflection.
Oh,
You change your sexy voice.
help
after that.
support the show
Yeah.
by buying these glasses.
Help support.
Liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon,
Help support that.
and then pour this beer into this glass and enjoy. There you go.
I think you're the next St. Arnold spokesman.
I don't know about that.
I do. I have no doubt. Because I'm going to cut that clip and mail it straight to
Brock.
to Brock, and
I've told him that before.
he's probably going to watch it, and then he's probably going to lock his office door for about 10 minutes.
Put on his Speedo.
Yeah. And then he's going to say, "We want Josh."
Well, we've had Brock on interview. Brock's never been on Liquid Lunch though.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Aaron has.
Aaron and Priscilla,
Yeah.
they're in the beer garden. I think
Yeah.
we're due to go back and do another show there.
Oh man.
Maybe once it cools down just a scotch, we can do. Oh, I want to do it outside there when it gets cool.
I still want to do another show there.
Yeah. What's going on over there? Is that all good?
No, we're fine.
Okay,
We're
just-
fine.
all right.
It's just the browser.
Okay. So I know, Jules. I know that fall officially starts September
Oh, wait.
23rd, but you gotta have time to sell those.
Hold on.
Huh?
Somebody chime in and tell us if we're still on Facebook.
I don't think we are. We're locked.
No, we are.
Are we?
Yeah. Well, that was weird.
That was weird. What do we have to renew? Is our bill due? And then
We locked up for a
it waited to see if the charge went through on my card on the restream.
Let's see.
Oh, we don't do that. Anyway.
No,
All
we're
right.
good. I don't know what's going on.
Well, when we start talking about like renewal fees and stuff, that's probably time to wrap the show. You think?
Yeah,
Probably.
it's about time. I can't.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't drink any more of these IPAs.
I mean, you should, but we shan't
Yeah.
because
Now Saturday, I drank my fair share.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bayou. Thanks, Russell, Taylor, guys. That was
So
fun.
I was super responsible and like mixed in a water basically every other beer.
You had to.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to, but it was the
And-
very smart thing to do.
And yeah, it was the prudent thing to do.
Ah.
They have hop water on tap there, so
Yeah, it was good.
I'd have like a beer, another beer, and hop water.
There you go.
And the beer's only half pours.
Yeah.
I did like a full pour of hop water. So I would say I was doing like about a 1-to-1 mixture.
Yeah.
And like the taste of hops never left my mouth.
No, that's a good one to keep on there.
Yeah.
Keep on your palate.
Yeah.
Want to thank Katie and Jason from Barrow Brewing, Katie Hill, Jason Kerb from Barrow Brewing in Salado for being on earlier in this episode.
Yes.
It was a blast talking to you guys, and I personally recommend head to Salado, walk around, and then stop into Barrow Brewing and have yourself a beer or 3 or 4. Go take a dip in the creek, put your feet in there, and then go back and have another beer.
Just watch out for those catfish trying to turn you into mermaids.
That's true. Yeah, don't talk to any catfish. Just batter and deep fry them as we discussed
No
earlier.
matter how good his deal is.
Yeah.
No matter what he's offering you. Don't do it.
Catfish
Don't
are
do
the
it.
used car salesmen of the animal world. Everybody should know that. If you
Yeah.
don't know that, that's the thing. So,
Never trust a catfish.
No. Those whiskers should give it away. But that was fun talking to them. And Texas, we're blessed to have so many great breweries in these towns all across this great state. So get out there and visit them all when you're on your road trips and day trips and, whatever else you're doing. IPA day, y'all. IPAs are delicious. So go have an IPA today. Stop off somewhere in your neighborhood, a brewery or a great craft beer bar, and have some, shift your lupulin threshold, if you will.
Yep.
Right? And next week,
Mind shifted.
yeah, I got a guest in the works, but we got to nail everything down. So that's a tease. So stay tuned to see who will be with us next time. We got some great IPAs on the table for the after show, meaning tonight or whenever we get around to drinking them again.
This beer shifted my lupulent threshold.
There you go, little
This one
yellow
right
rose.
here. Yeah.
Thanks to Odell out in Fort Collins, Dogfish Head, and Rehoboth, Delaware, for making delicious IPAs that we had today. Crush City from Buffalo Bayou. Alyssa IPA, we'll always love you. What was the first one we had? Oh, Brazos Valley. That mosaic.
Yeah.
No, the Citra, right?
Citra. Yeah.
The Mama Tried. One of the best songs ever by Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
Brazos Valley and Brenham, we love you too. So thank you to everybody that watched and talked and chatted and all that good stuff today. Kennedy, great job as always. And
Hold on. Once again, head out to Holler today
holler, St. Arnold.
and St. Arnold today.
And meet us right back here next week for Liquid Lunch. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers. Happy IPA Day.
Dude Production!
Who was the one talking about all the lube?
Oh, no.
And he said somebody was lubing, not lubing.
No, it was a female.
Michelle?
No, it was not Michelle. It was. It shocked me because it was somebody else talking about the lubes.
Yeah, but where was this coming from?
It was on Facebook.
I didn't see the quotes about.
Hey, Jose, if you're still listening, did you comment when I was streaming live on the audio side from Southern Star the other day? Was that you commenting? I'm sorry. I apologize for not getting over there to it. I gotta check that chat and scroll down on that chat.
All right, hold on.
Helps if I pull up there.
All right,
Chat. Maybe
I'm stopping the stream now. Bye, everybody.
Okay, but it's still going on.